The product sponsor for this video is Extrusion Overland. Visit extrusionoverland.com for all your modular bed rack and cargo solution needs. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of The Trail Out There. I want to show you guys something pretty cool I got for Christmas, all right? It's, if you guys are familiar with these things, you guys might be used to seeing the buddy heaters out there. There's actually a camp heater, right, or space heater by Ozark Trail. And I believe Ozark Trail is a Walmart brand, but it's very similar to a buddy heater, just not as expensive. And I am digging the black and olive drab green colors here. It's a bit more nature-esque colors, if you ask me, right? And I did try it out, and I must say, guys, it's a good contender there. This one is rated for 10,000 BTUs, whereas the buddy heater that's comparable to this, it's rated for about 9,000 BTUs, so it's not too far off. But I could tell you right off the bat, I did have the buddy heater that is rated for 9,000 BTUs, and this one feels like it emits a lot more heat. The only downside is if you're using a 1 pound propane tank on high, you'll get about 2 hours. On low, you'll possibly get maybe 4 hours or so of heat, right? And the heating element is pretty similar to the buddy heater. And I mean, these things are no secret, right? These have been around for ages. I remember being in Mexico as a little kid, seeing this little honeycomb heating element, that white block you see in here, and that's what lights up and starts emitting the heat. You see that little gas tube down there with the spark and the temperature sensor as well. All right, and to turn it on, it's extremely easy. It's just one knob, one button. You don't need to turn the knob down and then click the pilot button to fire it right up. All right, guys, and just to give you guys a little bit more information here, still have the box, and it heats up to 250 square feet. Tent or a room. I think a room, it'll probably get a lot cozier. Inside a tent, as long as it's not insulated, you're probably not gonna see the same temperature warmth, right, inside, because again, the lack of insulation. Quick start piezo ignition. I don't know what that means, but I believe it's an ease of starting here. And again, here, lasts up to 2 hours on high or 4 hours on low using a 16-ounce cylinder, which is this baby right there. All right, guys. And in my opinion, Ozark Trail has come a long way in their products. I remember before they started copying, right, or mimicking the whole Yeti and Arctic coolers and whatnot, and I didn't take them serious, but now a lot of the gear I use, surprisingly, is Ozark Trail. I always find myself at Walmart in their cabin section. Prime example right here, drinking my coffee, Ozark Trail. These are really good cups, insulated, so they're really stepping their game up. And let me show you how to fire this baby right up, all right, guys? All right, so you want to make sure that your propane cylinder is attached to this. All right, so you're going to do this. You're going to push this down, pass the first click, and leave it pressed down for about 10-15 seconds. And just wait. And that's going to give time for the little tube to fill up with the gas and everything before you go back around and you ignite it again with that press, all right? So it's been about 10 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and revert this back clockwise to the off position and then turn it on. There we go. And there it is. I am on high. The higher the two little notch marks right here that you see. All right, so it's gonna take about a minute or two for this to go completely red, but you can hear it and you feel a lot of heat coming out of the top part right here. And it's probably like 130, 140 degrees here. I do feel if I leave my hand there long enough, I'll burn it. You have warmth here. The heat is up here, so I don't know, maybe getting a small fan up here to blow the heat in the direction you want it to go instead of just going up where people are not going to be standing, unless you're standing above this, treat it like a campfire, right? Let me go ahead and show you guys the flame here. Nice, clean, solid blue flame, similar to the buddy heater. And this color is just amazing, guys. Look at that. OD green, super simple ignition device right here. And there you go, starting to turn red. And this collapses. or easy storage, but I mean, if you're trying to save like another ½ inch or so of storage, I wouldn't even bother. Ooh. Man, this sure feels good. You know, it might not be a bad idea to just put this outside and just have your buddies, you know, just having a conversation, him right in front of you, you know, keeping your hands warm, the front of your body warm, and just turn right like a rotisserie. All right, so that is the high setting. That is as bright as it gets. And okay, it's starting to get a lot hotter here towards the front. I remember I said it was only warm earlier. So it's like from up here, still feel the heat up here. It's crazy. Yeah, I definitely have to say this emits a lot more heat than the Buddy heater comparable to this. And the price of this one, I believe they're around $50 right now at Walmart. The Buddy heater, similar to this, if you were to get a brand new, they range anywhere from $70 to $90. I've seen them up to $100 on eBay. People are just trying to take advantage of the market, and it's wintertime right now, so you know, this is a pretty good product here, guys. Let me go ahead and put it on the low position here for you guys so you can see. One thing I don't like about this is when it's on low, you hear that. It's like the flame starts to sputter. It doesn't turn off, but it starts to sputter a bit. But there is still some good amount of heat being radiated from this. Yeah, so 2 hours or 4 hours for me, it wouldn't be enough to get a good night's sleep. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is I'm gonna use my Ignic little flame growler. It's about a 5-pound tank, and start using that to power it up at night. I will run it on low because I think on high it's gonna be a little bit of overkill. You know, I have a Gazelle T4 tent, and low setting, this is more than enough to keep you warm. You know, just get yourself a good sleeping bag. Now you can serve a little bit of fuel as well, guys. But yeah, if I had to buy this again, would I? Absolutely. It's no diesel heater. You still get the propane, so it's gonna be a lot of condensation inside the tent because it's a wet fuel source, right? But in terms of affordability and practicality and quality, I would go with Ozark Trail 100% of the time as opposed to the Buddy heater. I did have that Buddy heater, by the way, that compares to this. I used it for that last trip on 395 Junkies Overlanding for Warriors event. That thing completely failed on me that night. My wife and I were pretty cold. It got down to about 28 degrees the first night. Second night around 31, 32 degrees. And man, that sleep was miserable, guys. You know, so I chucked that one in the trash. I didn't bother rebuilding it. Didn't want to go through the trouble, and luckily my mother-in-law gave me this one for Christmas. So I'm not sponsored by Ozark Trail, but I do like the Ozark Trail brand. They have utility knives out there, little camping knives too, pocket knives and whatnot. You know, so I'm excited to see where Ozark Trail continues their product lineup for outdoor use. You know, like I said, this started off with their coolers, and now you got these heaters out there, you know. And let me go ahead and turn this off, because that flutter sound, man, it gets a little annoying. I don't know if you can hear it there. Let me put the mic next to it. There you go. But yeah, guys, that concludes this video. Very informal video. Really no production craziness going on, right? Just a regular guy in his garage giving you guys a review of this this heater here. You know, it's I just want to make sure I share it with you guys. It is relatively new on the market. It's only been out for a few months. You know, there are other reviews online and on YouTube as well. And if you guys made it to my channel to watch this particular review, I really do thank you guys for that. You know, and hey, you don't have to subscribe. You don't have to finish watching the video, but it helps. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.